Hello everyone. So yesterday I put up a video. I did a video on the issue of Sunday Igboho. I hope I got that right. Yeah, Sunday Igboho. And his petition that he did to the UK government, and the fact that the petition was rejected. And I did mention the fact that I've seen that news for a very long time, and I just to get myself to even talk about it, I was just like, I just did my comment. You know, there are certain videos you just do, you know, that I'm just putting my thoughts out there, because that's one of the things for me. It helps me document, my thoughts. There are certain things you come back later and you find out like 2-3 years later, you're like, when did this even happen? So this happened. So for me, I always just use social media as a way of documenting my thoughts, and I never even expected that anybody's really going to watch that video. But surprisingly, it's generated a lot of interest, and there was someone who I just saw a comment, and he said I shall go and read the comments on this, and I'll probably do a video on it. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't screenshot the comment, and I'm coming back to find the comment. I can't find the comment. Otherwise, I would have put out say the person's name. But anyway, I'm doing this, and he had quite some interesting things to do. So I'm going to take this video as it comes. I've seen some. Oh my goodness, I've seen some. People insulting, abusing. The thing is, this you can actually disagree without being disagreeable. Like someone said, "Oh, I'm disappointed in you." And you are welcome to the disappointment. Now, guys, your disappointment is not my disappointment. When you were not disappointed in me, someone else was disappointed in me. So if I'm bothered about people's disappointments, I won't be who I am. I'll do what this one wants so that it doesn't want to be disappointed, what that one wants so that he's not disappointed. And then at the end of the day, you not know who I am. But right now, when you see a video and say, I know Aisha, it's Aisha that I know that her big man is Aisha that did it. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm not gonna read through it, but there are quite some interesting, comments that people had said. I even saw one that somebody said that, oh, because I'm from the north. I'm not from the north. I'm actually from Edo State. Thank you so much. Anyway, so I will start with the comments that are out there. There's this one called Mohamed T, where he said, if can recall, they have written a letter 2 times to federal government for dialogue on this matter, but no response from federal government. But if I may ask, do you think Nigerian government are responsible leaders that listen to people's opinion? So you see, this is, in a way, this what he has said there is a huge, it's a cross of the matter that we have. Most times in Nigeria, we don't want to put in the work. We always look for shortcuts. There's this thing. That's why I always say that I hate connection that we use. You finish school, you're looking for a job, you need someone will help you get connection, someone will help you get contract, someone will help you get admission, something. So we always think there's someone that will help us get things to be done. We don't think of putting in the work that needs to be put in. First of all, yes, the federal government. When you say the federal government, who is this federal government? Is it the executive? The executive is not the one that is going to give you a new state. It doesn't have a right. The people that are in a position to give you a new country, or to say Nigeria, should we separate, should we be together? Like I mentioned in that video, though I see some people, it's as if they don't even watch the video to the end, or watch all the video, they write their comments and start saying things. I said in that video, I am of the opinion we need to have a Nigerian conversation. We need to talk whether we want to be one. Let's separate. I don't care whether Nigeria remains as one country or 36 countries. I'm okay visiting your state, your country with a visa. I don't mind that. But the thing is that good governance is non-negotiable. These are things, we should have. So the legislative arm is what will give you this. Like I did say, I think I wrote certain thing, whether it was in 2017 or 2019, thereabout, where with Nnamdi Kanu, and I say as of that time, that was when Nnamdi Kanu had the hold on the Southeast. He was the most, sort of the most influential person in the Southeast as of that time. And I said, this thing, do it politically. Begin to ensure the people who come into office. Why don't you vote in the people who want the Biafran agenda? Just like I would say to Sunday Igboho, vote in the people who want Yoruba nation agenda. If you have governors that are talking that same talk, you have how many senators now? 15? No, because there are 6 states, so there'll be 18 senators, House of Rep members, all of this talking about it. The impact it will make. you have representative at the National Assembly speaking about there needs to be a referendum, there needs to be a conversation on whether people want to separate or not. It will go far. But you feel we don't want to, it takes a lot of hard work. But we are looking for a shortcut. We go to UK. So UK will come and do what? I need to understand what is it that UK will come and do. You think the UK that putting people together anyhow, we want you separated so that you will grow. If you have the worst enemy that don't want you to grow, and it is those same people that you think you're running to, they're not interested. The more down you are, the cheaper the things that they can get, whether in terms of your product that you're not manufacturing here, in terms of human resources, whatever it is. So by going to the UK is going to do what for you? Anyway, so that's one. So this person said, Rolake Famorio says, you say every one of us are welcome to our opinion, from the anchor lady Aisha to we commentators on this platform. Good morning. As a senior citizen, please hear me out. He said, what I believe will happen is this: sewing two different kinds of material texture together isn't going to last for a long talk of sewing several kinds of material texture together. Such is the case of Nigeria. That is not God made, but British creation. The English colonialists deliberately created Nigeria for their selfish gains, not that it was created to thrive. Exactly like what I've just said earlier. So expecting that those same people are the ones that are going to give you solution to it. But anyway, let me hear him. I say, now in their amalgamation, there is a cross that after 100 years of coexistence, those who want to go are free to go. We believe that the 100 years has expired. Whether we want it or not, Nigeria will go apart on the long run. Cheers. You see, so it's already 110 years. It was amalgamation was in 1914. That was when they did the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorate, right? And so that's already that was in 2014. It was 100 years, and then now we have it. It's now 110 years. And so yes, for me, the thing, let's work towards it. Let's have the, so that's why you need those lawmakers to put it in the law, in our constitution. Let there be a constitutional review to say every maybe 10 years or every 15 years we can have a referendum. For example, in the UK, they are constantly always doing referendum, whether they want to be together or they don't want to be together. The last time, I think the last one they did was in Scotland, where to ask Scotland. If you see the way they were doing, I can't remember who was it that was prime minister. I think it was Cameron. Was it Cameron? That was the person that didn't get Brexit, that left Brexit. That was the person that was prime minister. And he went around, they were talking to the people, almost like campaigning, don't leave, talking to the Scottish people, don't leave, whatever. At the end of the day, when they voted, the people, the Scottish people voted to remain and not to leave. So you leave those kind of opportunity and then let it go on. You understand? Let it be that, let people make their own choices. And the people that will do that is the legislative. And that's why when I'm talking about legislative and people are like, oh, Aisha this, Aisha do this, you are just being this thing. That is where the power is. All these things that we are saying we want, we have to follow. The only way left right is politically. The other way is to carry guns. After carrying guns, you say, which is illegitimate. You carry guns, you shoot, you kill. What will happen? The same people, they will manifest in another form. They will still take over. So the best way is to politically arrange yourself. It might take a bit of a longer time, but you're going. You wake up one day, they will just see that a new constitution has been done, and then there's referendum there. And then if people want to do, Arewa are talking, they want their own. Arewa want their own. Biafra want their own. Yoruba want their own. South want their own. Middle Belt want their own. Who can remain now? Everybody will work hard, they go. That's the. And then so this person said, how do you describe the presidential candidate last year debating themselves at the Chatham House in UK? We're here happy for Peter Obi after the day. How do you see that too? Let me tell you how I see that. I see that as a platform. You understand? Let me also tell you, there are so many people. This comment is from Fasanu Adekunle 3034. There are many people who wrote me letters and whatever. Oh, you need to go and meet, you need to have meeting with the government of this, the government of that. I said, no, there's no meeting with government of anything. What the Chatham House does is that it provides a platform for you. You don't even have, it's not only during election. You can decide other times. I say, if they are not even the one, you can decide to be there or not to be there. But you have a platform to be able to reach an audience. And that's what it provides. If anyone is going to go and meet to number 10 Downing Street for anything as a presidential candidate, to go and talk to him based on the election in Nigeria, that's absolute nonsense. That would be nonsense. But this is a platform that people use to be able to put your message out there for a wider audience. To be able to see that, and not just Chatham. There are other places, that people go to. So, for example, like Harvard, people also use Harvard as a platform, and they're there. They have this conversation. They do that. So it's different. But you might say, look, I know, but then there are a lot of people, and in all honesty, from looking at it that way, they have said that, oh, it's almost as if we are reducing ourselves when we go there, to do interview, and it can be factual in the way that those people are looking at it. But I see it as a platform on issues that are happening. For example, Nigerians in UK could have decided that sometimes there are certain issues that are happening in Nigeria. You understand? And then Nigerians who are in UK go meet their parliament and say, this thing, we want you to take a stand based on your foreign policy, this. There's nothing wrong with that. They do that in UK and US, in everywhere. But for Sunday Igboho to wake up all the way from Nigeria, look, it could have even been some Nigerians in diaspora that decided to do it on their own. That would be so they are living there, and because that's sort of like their government, they are asking that. But for you as here, waking up and going there, maybe it's me that it doesn't make sense to, but it does make sense to other people. Okay, this person said, yes, I agree with you. So it's responding to the other, to Fasanu. Yes, I agree with you. Especially the part where you only singled out Aisha's candidates, Chatham House. For me, all Chatham were a disgrace to Nigerian people. And you see, for Ken, he feels it's a disgrace to all Nigerian people, for our candidates to even be going, to Chatham House. That's the way he says it, and for him, and that might be, the fact of it. But for me, I see it as a platform. And one of the things that people always don't seem to understand is that you don't have to have the same opinion. I might see what this person has done as a disgrace to Nigeria and everything. You might not see it as a disgrace to Nigeria, and that's okay. There are two opinions, and two opinions can hold. And people can disagree without being disagreeable. But what we have most time in Nigeria is this, oh, because my opinion and your opinion do not agree. Oh, I have to insult you. You are in short, I'll come to those insults for we to be that. Somebody said, who will destroy his business? Nigeria is a company of British. That's what someone said. Yes, so for you will still understand. Don't worry. Amen. Oh. Amen. There has been so many coming together to discuss about marginalization and what not in Nigeria, but it will always shove down the carpet. Biafras have moved on to the point that they have passed the Rubicon. Biafras have followed all the requirements of the United Nations Charter, and what's left now is to declare the independence of the United States of Biafra on December 2nd, 2024. If UK exists, Biafras do not notice or care about their involvement in any way to achieve. Well, all the best. For me, whatever it is that we want, however it goes, I'm always, open to that. The only thing for me is that we need good governance, whether it's in Biafra, whether it's in Yoruba nation, whether it's in Arewa nation, whether it's Middle Belt nation, whatever nation it is, good governance is what it is. And the question I always ask to people, when some people say, oh, Nigeria is not working now, if you separate it, it will work. I'm like, okay, what have you seen that make you think if you separate it, it will work? You separate it, you're still going to have the same bunch of people providing the same bad leadership. So while we're working on separating it, which these two can go together, why don't we also work on getting good leaders, that the servant leaders that are ready to serve the people? That's also, for me, that's always, my thing on this thing. Let's also get good leaders that are going to work for the people and be there. There is a lot of, I'm trying to go down. Somebody said we are still under UK. To me, UK would always, I now claim respect. Okay, people are still talking. Okay, so I've spoken about the Chatham House thing. So some of the comments are still under the Yorubas are already out of Nigeria. God bless and protect the new nation, Democratic Republic of the Yoruba. Amen. God bless it. I'm all for it, and I look forward to collecting visa and coming over there. The thing is not whether it is or it's not that, but to talk about the fact that the process to which getting it is not the issue. People don't seem to understand it. I think a lot of people sometimes, I don't know, we don't read to understand, we don't listen, or because and most times what we do sometimes we look at the messenger and we don't hear the message. So maybe it's because Aisha is who is talking. I don't want to hear anything. No, but I welcome a Yoruba nation, a Biafra nation, Arewa nation. And then Oyewole said, Aisha, I'm surprised too that you went with Peter Obi and the rest of your crew to Chatham House to showcase Peter's intention of running for presidency. And also, why has Tinubu and his predecessors visited the same venue in the past? I think you should be in a better position to answer this question. The British put us in this difficult situation, so we need to start our Yoruba Nation campaign from them. Well, good luck to that. Like I've explained before, for me, it's about, a platform that it's needed for you to get a larger audience. There's an audience that Chatham has that others might not have. It's just like also when people go to Harvard and some other places and make their presentation. So that's it's not about going to as I've explained before, going to the Prime Minister to say, come and help me win the election. That would be absolute nonsense if anyone does that. There were also some statements that I saw. I'm trying to find the statement now. Okay, this one is talking about whether rejected or not rejected. Everyone got the message. This one said, Mami Aisha, this is bitter, confusing, degrading, and backward. The situation is disheartening, especially for those who have dared to demand change in Nigeria. Take the example of Sunday Igboho, a Yoruba activist who became prominent voice for the self-determination movement in southwest Nigeria. His fate reflects the harsh reality faced by those who challenge the status quo. He was arrested and detained, his house was raided, and his supporters faced intimidation. The mirrors the Nigerian state long-standing hostility, brutality, and interest toward any form of dissent or calls for cessation. Okay, so this I'm just trying to and this one said, this really suits me. I'm a Yoruba guy and I love the rejection. So with all these our Yoruba brothers and sisters in abroad who think they are wise, just wake up and think going to their slave master will help us solve our problem. Instead of all of us Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and others to have one voice and discuss how we want to govern ourselves and leave Nigeria, our brothers have rigged themselves into office without clue on how to govern the nation. You're not saying what you think it is separation that will solve the problem. When you separate, is it not this political thieves that will still be in charge in any number you separate into? I beg, make una pack well. I mean, if you look at this thing, at the end of it, that's the situation I'm saying. These political people that we have, they are in Yoruba land, they are in Igbo land, they are in Hausa land, they are in Edo land, they are whatever land, they are the same people. If you just say, let's separate, let's do whatever, without putting those things in place, without putting the things in place that will lead to good governance, you're just going to separate, and these people will just hijack and continue what they're doing. But that building for which a lot of people just see that it's hard, it's too long, they can't do it. For me, it's something that we really need to sit down and think about. There's no nation that is built without work. We must put in the work, and we must put in years of work. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, you still continue, building the nation. I'm just trying to quickly run through some of the comments. Some of the comments that I've seen earlier, I can't even see them again. Maybe I ought to have screenshot. There was one that said I should shut up, that I'm from the north and stuff like that. But it goes on and on. I think I'll just sort of like round up this particular okay, there's one here that says, hello Aisha, have listened to all your clips. You are talking about people sitting down when leaders on charge aren't ready. Do your study very well. British still controls Nigeria. They've written to the House of Assembly more than 3 times and no reply. Referendum has been done a long time before now in Yoruba land. No, referendum has not been done because there's no referendum allowed in Nigerian constitution. And one of the things we must also, you can't just sit and say you've done your own referendum. So it's still, so that's what for me I keep saying, can we get, first of all, can we get people in the National Assembly that are going to do a constitutional change, not just National Assembly, but also state houses of assembly, that we allow referendum, so that let a referendum be done and let people choose whether they want to stay or not stay. He said referendum has been done a long time before now in Yoruba land, and that's when the movement started, and the Nigerian government making moves to kill and take out the key leader. My sister, there's no hope in this country, and that's it. Okay, so there's no hope. What does we now do? Do we now just sit down and not do anything? So people say, like, you know very well that we have no government and stuff like that. I'm just okay, someone this one, I don't even know where this is a comment. Somebody say you are dead politically, Aisha. This is not about Labour Party. Okay, I'm dead, you are alive. God bless you, and may you enjoy the life. So what's the next one? So this one say, Aisha, okay, someone say, Aisha, your final statement. He say, take it to the National Assembly. Which National Assembly? I assure you, those Yoruba Nation agitation representatives won't have a chance to scale through security clearance at the gate before they all be arrested for treason. Nigerians ain't no democracy but a policing. So for me, this when I say take it to the National Assembly, it doesn't have to be, oh, you walk to the gate of National Assembly. 2027 is coming. Before even 2027 comes, there are some elections that are going to happen to the legislative post. There are some by-elections. I think we've had like some National Assembly members have died, about 3 or 4 of them. So there'll be elections that will be done to replace them. There are some elections that the courts have changed this thing. So can we now, if for example, like somebody has said that there's a referendum in the Yoruba land and they've agreed they want to have a Yoruba nation, can we have the people who are going to support this Yoruba nation agenda, right? Can you have them run for office and vote for them? Nobody can rig election without the people. Without the support of the people, nobody can rig election. So if the people are overwhelmingly in support of these people that want to be there, put them there. So you now have some, by 2027, you will now have some people that will come from that angle. For example, let's even say Senate. Let's say out of 18 senators that will come from Southwest, 15 of them are people supporting Yoruba Nation. Out of 15 senators that come from Southeast, 12 of them are people supporting Yoruba Nation. Out of 18 senators that will come from, no, these people have 7. Out of 21 senators that will come from Northwest, maybe how many of them are supporting Arewa? When you have these people who are in support of, there's going to be what do you think will happen? When you go to the, they will be speaking your language. So when I say go to the National Assembly, not necessarily walk to the National Assembly. When you want to work on something, it's a long-term plan. It's like you want to do a business. You don't expect that one day you open a business is selling. You begin to work towards it. Before they know what's happening, even those executive and whatever, you would have all filled the National Assembly and State House of Assembly with the people who want the things that the people want. That's what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to stop here so the video don't become too long. Thank you so much for your comments.